The Hyperlapse Courselock mode on the DJI Mini 3 and 4 Pro is an awesome feature in itself, but it's not just what it appears to be on the surface. There are some pretty awesome tips and tricks that not many people know about, which you can use to film stunning videos with this function. Make sure you watch until the very end, because I've saved the best till last, and so without further ado, let's get started. So first of all, what is the Hyperlapse Courselock mode? Well, it's a function which creates hyperlapse videos with a pilot setting the drone's heading and orientation. If you already know the basics, then you can skip this section of the tutorial by using the chapters in this video, because I'm first going to go through how this function actually works. To find the Hyperlapse Courselock mode, click on the film icon, scroll down until you see Hyperlapse, and then select Courselock. Here, a few new icons will pop up on screen. First is the padlock icon, which will lock the drone's heading, or which way the drone will move, into the system. We then have a drop-down menu, which will enable you to adjust a few parameters regarding the hyperlapse course. You can change the interval between frames, length of the final video, as well as the speed of the drone. However, if the total flight time ends up being too long for the current state of the battery, a message will pop up saying that the current battery level may be insufficient and that you should change something. Once you're happy with everything, hit the start button and the drone will start moving along the set course and slowly capture the frames. While the drone is doing the video, you can see the remaining time until the video will be finished and also how many frames have already been taken. At the end of the course, the drone will stop and hover in place and then join the taken frames into the final hyperlapse video. Okay, so that's the basics out of the way. The first trick that you can use to level up your Hyperlapse Courselock footage is quite a simple one, and that's just by using the control sticks to slowly adjust the flight path while the drone is completing the course. In the previous video, you can see that towards the end, the drone starts to gain altitude slightly, which is where I push the left control stick up a bit. This can add an extra element of movement to the video and can look very nice if used correctly. However, this will only adjust the drone's flight path very slightly to avoid jerky movements in the final video. The next trick that you can use is to point the drone in a different direction than the direction in which the drone is going to fly. This can create some really interesting shots because it gives the impression of movement in two directions. To do this, you first need to set the direction the drone is going to fly in, once again by pressing the padlock icon. Here I'm going to set the drone to follow the road. You can then rotate the drone to face any direction you want, which is where the drone is going to be looking while the hyperlapse is being filmed. In this case, the drone will look down at the road while it's flying by. And once again, you can edit the parameters of the flight to your liking. But before we hit start, by pressing this map icon in the bottom left corner of the screen, you can check the projected path which the drone is going to fly on. You can also see the start point marked with a green dot and the end point marked with a red dot. Now I'm going to press start and the drone will begin to complete the set course, and while it's flying you can check the live progress on the map. If you ever need to increase the length of your flight, you can tap the +1 second button, which will increase the final video length by 1 second. As you can see, the drone also tells you how much longer it will fly in real time. The third trick is one that incorporates the tracking feature of the drone. Here, the drone will follow a set course as normal, but stay fixed to look at a selected point of interest. To do this, point the drone in the direction you want it to fly like previously, and then turn the drone to face a point of interest. Here, I'm going to create the video around this green and grey apartment block. Simply drag your finger over the object you want the drone to track while it's flying, and a green box will appear. You can then hit start, and the drone will follow the course as normal, but this time with the drone tracking the building. You can see that while the drone is completing the course, it rotates each time slightly, so that the selected point of interest always stays in the same view on screen. So there we have it. The Hyperlapse Courselock function is such a great way of capturing footage, especially with these hidden tricks. If you got something out of this video, then be sure to leave a like on this video, and if you like videos like this one, then make sure to subscribe to the channel. It would be much appreciated. Anyway, that's all from me. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.